We're gonna make a version of a dish which I learned to make when I was about 18 years old. It's called a paillard, and it's basically like a minute steak. And I like this dish because it's a minute steak. And with a quick salad, it becomes a super quick, fast food, healthy dinner. To start with, we're gonna make a little salad dressing. So I've got over here a garlic clove, and I've basically left it in the skin, popped it on the preheated grill, and I've just left it there for about 15 minutes, turning it every now and again, and this is really soft. So I'm gonna, oh, look at that, pop the skin off, and because I'm making this just for one person, I'm not gonna use the entire amount of that flesh, but half of it will do the job very nicely. So that can go straight into the bowl. Into that beautiful soft garlic clove which has been roasted, you can put 1 or 2 anchovies. You don't have to do this, you can always leave this out. We're gonna add some mustard. This is Dijon mustard, so just kind of under a teaspoon of that. And now you need to move fairly quickly while that garlic's kind of still nice and warm, and try your best to really mush all those ingredients together. And what will help mush those ingredients together is this. Lemon halves that have been cooked flesh side down until they're really, as you can see, hot, but really jammy. So I'm gonna pop, let's be careful when you do this, it's hot. Pop the juice of about, probably not a whole half of one in there, but probably about a quarter lemon, and then start to mix that together. And this will help break that kind of garlic and the anchovy down. Once you've done that, take a little bit of olive oil, about a tablespoon, and pop that in. Then kind of combine all this together. Yum. Okay, once you've got that done, that's kind of the base of our dressing, we can start to chop the larger ingredients. So here I've got a fennel. I've just chopped that in half. I'm gonna chop it in half again lengthways, and maybe kind of into 6. That can go into there. And I'll take some tomatoes. If you can't get cherry tomatoes, you can always use a larger tomato. Heirloom's always good as well. And just kind of roughly chop them. Now we're moving on to radish. So for the radish, I've topped and tailed them, given them a little bit of a kind of soak in cold water. I'm gonna use, say, 3 or 4 radishes. And I'll chop those in half. And probably just into kind of 4 pieces each. And they can go into the bowl. Now for the meat. So this meat's bashed out pretty thinly already, but I want to take it even thinner. So take a big piece of cling film, plastic wrap, whatever you call it, depending on where you are in the world, and pop the kind of meat on half of that. So then you can do this. And then use a meat mallet or something else heavy. You can even use like a can of beans or something, just to very gently bash this out. Okay, so just kind of spin it around as you go, and the idea with this bashing it out is you're tenderizing, it's going to cook really quickly, but make sure as much as possible you've beaten it or bashed it out to kind of as even thickness as possible. Okay. So now we can pop it out. Look at that. That's about 180 grams of meat there. It looks like more because we've bashed it out. And from here, I just want to put a really fine layer of olive oil. And use your hand just to kind of smear that over the entire surface of the meat. And this is really important because it's going to help the meat not to stick. And then we can season. And you can be quite generous with the seasoning here. So use good quality sea salt, some cracked pepper, and then we can go straight onto the grill from here, or barbecue. So, once you've got it seasoned side down, you can season the other side. After about 20 or 30 seconds, you can flip it over. This is ready to go. And so I've got a resting plate. We'll just give this a rest, preferably not splattering yourself, just for kind of about 30 seconds or a minute. Grill goes off. And now while that's resting, we can start to finish this salad. So Here I've got some pea cress, but you could always use like rocket leaves or any kind of lettuce really, but I've also got some flat leaf parsley, which I really like to put through summery salads as well. And then we'll take some of this beautiful pea cress as well. This is really delicate, so we put that through at the very, very end. And then just kind of give this just a very careful little fold over. The idea here is to put all those ingredients on the top of the dressing, so at the very end, as I am here, just fold it over just a couple of times at the very last minute. And we're ready to plate. So this is super, super simple, but it's got a big result. And I've served it in many a kind of Italian restaurant before called pagliard di manzo or pagliard of meat, often just with a little bit of lemon, rocket, and parmesan shavings over the top. So to serve, I'll just put that straight on the plate, serve with this beautiful salad on the side. Make sure we get some of this green on top. And not to forget the lemon. That's a really easy barbecue dish. It's done. You guys enjoy it. Let me know what you think in the comments section. I'll see you next week.